Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Buggos 2. It is a anti-horde survival RTS where you are the alien swarm trying to destroy human colonists. I think that's pretty much what it is, and I'm excited. I grew up with a ton of StarCraft when I was younger, and yeah, I would love games that kind of evoke that feeling. So what are we gonna do, and how are we doing this? Okay. So I think I pick one of these to just invade. I guess we're going for this one. All right, so the entire premise of this game is that we want to probably fill in a number of these nests. I don't actually know how much I need, but we can have this direct my units around. We want to build a bunch of swarmer nests because swarmers are better than, at least I think they're better than regular ones. Than the, like, builders. Builders seem pretty weak in comparison. 0 armor, 1 damage, half an attack per second, movement speed, and, like, no health. Yeah, swarmers are considerably better. So we want to just snag all of these and probably start having them run down this direction. At least for the moment. I'm probably just going to keep making swarmer dens. It doesn't seem like my dens are in the way in the slightest, so we're just going to fill that in. But yeah, this is the demo for the second game. I'd never played the first. It was on my to-do list for forever. And I've been meaning to go back and, like, give it a shot at some point, but I'm just a busy guy. There's a lot of games, and it's so easy to miss stuff. Okay. I'm going to start heading this direction instead. These guys will just kind of head over, but I figure might as well take the short route. I'm just gonna keep grabbing those. Yeah, it seems like the best thing I can do is make sure I have as few builders as possible compared to swarmers. Dang, that goes down fast. Well, that was nice and quick. Lost a lot of buggos, doesn't matter. We've gained an evolution point, can evolve stronger bugs. Open the evolution chamber. It's hiding behind me. So, sentience. I think we have this. Like a match lit in the dark void, you began to exist. The droning humming of buggos echoes through your mind. So increased swarm capacity. Well, that's the only thing I can get. Also like nutrient pustules, but I don't have enough resources for that one. Okay. So we've already destroyed this one? Oh. I wonder if I can redo levels. Probably not. Mildly dangerous, annoying humans. Simple military installation. Place has all the military might of a lone space crab. Heck yeah. These humans have no idea we are here, and they appear to be sectioned off from each other, probably because of their foul smell. They appear to breed almost as fast as we do. We should be careful about how long we take to build our planetary Buggo liberation army. Okay, so I'm going to build a second hive real quick. Down there. We're just going to kind of direct them generally. We'll have 2 hives for the time being, but chances are I'm going to get rid of them pretty fast. Or one of the 2 really fast. Because we have an upper limit on how many units I can have present at a time. I don't want to extend too far, because then they might notice me and start coming after me. Alright. I'm going to have those go elsewhere. I'm just going to have these directed towards building projects. The swarmers will take out the wall eventually. And then I'll delete probably one of the 2 builder hives. We never want to get rid of both of them because that could actually be, like, bad for me. Let's see, that should be good enough. Switch that there. And frankly, I guess I might as well just keep getting as many swarmer dens as I can squeeze into this area. Because we want to effectively overwhelm ourselves with swarmer dens more than anything else. There we go. Let's just unify this. That gun is holding the line. Alright, now go. I was holding the line because they were getting choke pointed, but now that the choke point is over... no reason to care. Alright, that's the upper limit of what we've got. Luckily, this one doesn't seem to have any turrets. Just some regular guys. And yeah, I think I'm going to head for this first. Command center just spawns Marines. All of them do. Figure the sooner I can take out one of the command centers, the better. Then we'll just switch to the next one. There we go. I guess I'm going to switch them over. Oh, they do have a turret. Did they build that? They might have. Okay, in that case... yeah, main goal is to take out that turret, assuming we can manage it. One other option I do have is actually getting rid of a bunch of my swarmer dens. Oh, no, never mind. Looks like we just win. Yeah, because I can always leapfrog some of my setup, but didn't need to. 2,000 Buggos lost. Dang. Alright, well, Evolution Chamber says... nutrient pustules. Buggos structure that provides more swarm capacity per pustule built. Well, that's nice. Then we can look at other things. More swarmers, more builders. Swarm capacity, more Buggo health, more builders. Yeah, that should be fun. So... cliff base. Humans thought building on the side of an endless cliff was a good idea. Okay, nutrient pustules. I'm just gonna get a bunch of builders. Okay, so we've got this back area, but it spawns nothing. Oh. But we kind of have to. At least I can click and drag. That makes this a lot easier. I'm going to put the swarmer dens closer to the front lines. Okay, and I can get extra ones of these pretty much in all of these spots. Okay, tons of builders. Yeah, we're taking out the walls slowly. It's not that great, but it's fine. Yeah, so let's get all these built, make my capacity massive. Yes, how much damage does this thing do? Armor 5. Damage 13. And yeah, the explosive rounds definitely make this a little trickier. I'm just gonna go for... Okay, good. We're managing to make it through. Okay, I'm just gonna collect those there for the moment. And now that we have a massive swarm, kind of all in one area, we can just backdoor them. Because ideally, we want to focus them largely on taking out their spawn structures first, before we go for those guns. Yeah, I don't know how many I'm going to be able to get in this mix, but I might as well speed this up as much as I possibly can. Okay. They were just fodder, unfortunately. I can even just take out this singular gun. Not easily. Okay, now that we've done that. Who's this random guy? Anyway, I'm just gonna fill this in real quick. This is going down slow. It's just not perfect. But I figure I can seriously enhance the amount of capacity I've got. Yeah, so once again, they do 13 damage. So if I can get these guys to have just enough HP to take 2 hits from those cannons, they become considerably less of an impediment. And now we just outnumber them massively, so it doesn't matter. I'm very glad we don't have to do econ apart from capacity. And yes, is there a way that I could be more efficient with this? Absolutely, but whatever. If you're wondering what the capacity is, it's technically hiding behind my PNG tuber, but I've left the meter up top, above my head. Hopefully that's enough for most of you. I could turn it off, but because if you haven't heard my logic for why I use it, people were stealing my footage and I was getting real sick of that, so easy enough to just slap my face on it. Okay, 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10, but we've got an evolution chamber. So more Buggo health, only +1. Hive spawn more builders, more capacity, more swarm capacity per pustule. More builders, more swarmers. So we also have the warrior mount. Heavy melee Buggo with large mandibles. Defender, long-range, slow-moving tank of a bug. Let's see. Builders now automatically produce nutrient goo, provides more swarm capacity to the Buggo, per tile covered, and range swarming Buggo that moves quickly. Swarmer mass breeding. I like the defenders, but I think I'm going to go for more pus for now. Oh, I can also turn these things on and off later. Perfect. Okay, long-range communication dish. Dirty humans using auditory words instead of their minds to talk with each other. Alright, these crystals resonate with strong energy. You should build next to them. They will increase our spawning rate. Alright. Does it say? Doubles the amount of spawns from a spawner. I was hoping I could do control groups. I really like control groups in these games. Okay, luckily I can just do a delete. Okay, let's have them go down that direction. These guys go here. I'm just going to fill this whole dang hallway with these. Charge the gun. Okay, builders go down this direction. I wish I could do, like, slightly more directed pathways here. But I guess barring that. I guess we're just going to get those down. Is this gun even taking damage yet? The answer is no. That wall's starting to take some damage. Okay, now I think well, I don't know, we are having some capacity issues. And yeah, we also have this back route. Still don't know if builders are the builders, if the warriors are the way, or if I want to go for other types. Because long range and splash damage is usually pretty good. There we go. Just realized we had quite a number of these guys that weren't actually working on building projects. There we go, that's going down fast. Unfortunately, I don't think the humans, as of yet, really provide much of a meaningful threat. Okay, let's just take this gun out. It's in my way. Okay, I'm just gonna delete that. It's not worth it. Get a couple swarmer dens. As we'll get some more nutrient pustules. It seems like they're not really guarding this back area, so as long as I don't get too close to it. As it's going. Good. Just take out the gun. Because at this point, it seems like I've got plenty of spawn speed. Now it's just a matter of actually making use of it. Actually, no, let's kill that gun. Because the sooner that gun ain't there, this gets easier. Alright, there we go. And yeah, still don't know what kind of proximity bonus those guys get. But it doesn't matter. Oh. Just realized there's a gun here. That's gonna get in my way. Okay. How's that looking? Pretty good. The main thing I need to worry about is that if I have too many builders, they're all just going to clog up my... They're going to clog up my setup. Okay, so these are probably toast. But it's fine. I wasn't really expecting this to work out monstrously well. Okay, we don't need that many more spawners. We can just get oodles of egg. More egg. And as soon as they start coming from multiple angles, this gets a lot easier. Because right now the cannons have AoE, which makes this tricky. Where are these guys coming from? Get out of here. Yeah, they just wander in for some reason. Okay, so far so good. Get those last couple of spawners in the area too. That is real annoying. Okay, I'm just gonna move one of those down. Let's see, how's this going? Extremely poorly for me. We're getting the walls down. We're hitting the gun. I think we got a gun. As soon as the guns start falling, this gets way easier. Okay. Just converge. Probably move a couple of these up. I'll probably just do one more. There we go. It's clear. I know we have those extra guns there, but probably better to take out the infantry first. Not my best high score, but fine. There we go. There goes the last of their spawners. Let's just take out them guns. You cannot stop these numbers. There's like one guy. Well, there was one guy. And now there is not anymore. And we still are at max population. I guess we do have like an actually astronomical amount of builders just hanging out there, which is maybe not great. Okay, well, we have an evolution chamber. I'm still very much of the opinion, more puss. Because Buggo health, like one more Buggo health doesn't really push a dial. Spore artillery, spore turret. See, those would be great later. Planetary static generator. Place hums with energy like an annoying radio. Okay, get 2 more of those. Nope. No. I wonder if there's a way you can hold, like, shift. Yeah. Because for whatever reason, I'm really bad at straight lines when I'm using a mouse. move my builders around. Unfortunately, it's going to take a little bit before I actually gain access to anything. But that's okay. I guess let's just start having my swarmers head that direction. See, I want to take out this gun in the center. Yeah, it looks like they're going down fast enough. How much damage do these suckers do? 5 damage per... Yeah, that's reasonable. And they are building more houses. Namely, though, we need to take out that center. Everything else, I don't know. What is our most vulnerable? I don't know necessarily. I'm gonna go that direction. We're gonna get a couple more swarmer dens. The problem is there's a lot of enemies that kind of spawn in here. And they have a lot of guns. And yeah, it's hard to fight the humans alongside the turrets. Okay, there's the wall down. None of that you. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to pull this off. It doesn't seem like they're building much, which is good. Tastes like concrete. Delicious concrete. Huh. Ranged human with a fast single-shot pistol. Weak and pathetic human can be trained into other human types. Oh. Alright, bring him in. If we do the kind of more messy swarm, it messes with the guns a little bit. Not enough, though. Still. Taking out one of these guns, gaining access to one of these little side areas helps. I'm just gonna have these kind of just spit into this area. Reason being largely just we don't actually want all of my bugs to be running down the line. We want some of them to kind of act as a defensive cloud. There we go. And all that's left is destroy this. Alright. Swarmer dens. Whole way through. I figure we're going to need more anyway. I'm going to delete that. We want to move that over. And yeah, I'm not sure which proximity works with these things. Okay, probably that one next. This one's going to be tough to punch into. Yeah, we're just having capacity issues, but that's okay. capacity issues are solvable. More egg. Okay, so we got plenty of builders. Now it's just a matter of punch through and kill. Still cannot wait until we can get warriors, but that'll be fine. Yeah, part of it is, oh yeah, these guys keep spawning in here, which is going to be annoying. But they don't travel out. Which actually means that getting in here is going to be a small nightmare. Still, once I have access to the rest of this, it should be easy enough. Okay. Let's just fill this out. Wall's going down. It's fast enough. And then as soon as the builders are done, maxing out all of these, then we can move them into the egg wall. Alright, there we go. Damn. This is holding shockingly well. It's starting to take some damage. I think part of it is because the walls were just in my way. Yeah. Yeah, because as soon as even one of those cannons is gone. Actually, yeah, let's just bypass the whole mess. The cannons are annoying, but they're mostly annoying to groups, and I figure if I wipe out everything back here, then I come back around. Alright, we've eaten it. I'm just going to get a bunch of those. Okay. Yeah, I figure for this whole back area, I'm just going to do egg. Mainly because trying to even get anything out of here is going to take longer than it needs to. Like, travel times are somewhat of a logistical issue with this one. However, egg time, there is no logistical issues. Oh, that went quick. Kill. Let's keep having our builders head down that direction. It's going to take a while to take this out. I'm not going to deny that. However, if that's going to stop me, I'll just populate everything. Guess I'm just going to do that. Just have my builders kind of travel through this area. Because if any of them get past, they just go into egg. Be nice if I could kind of give them a more generalized command of just like, build nearest. Maybe that's something we get later as a tech. Probably not. I think it's probably too intelligent for the swarm. Okay. The turret wall is starting to fall, which means nothing to worry about. Oh good, I can use middle mouse click to pan. Alright, there we go. Nice and easy. All that's left is the walls. Actually, didn't lose as many as I thought. Ooh, forced mutation. Warrior dens become flush with acid to annoy young warrior buggos. Warrior spawning speed, mass breeding chance, warrior speed increase. Spitters evolve bile injectors and enhance their naturally acidic spit. So armor shred, spitter spawn bonus, or brooder buggos. Tiny brooder buggos inside each spawning building tend to eggs. So more swarm capacity, swarm bonus. I'm honestly thinking this spitter damage is tempting, but we're gonna go for the warrior. Because we now have the warrior mount. Okay. Let's do this. Water testing facility. The festering humans appear to be testing the water quality. Maybe their terrible biosystem is unable to handle contaminants. Alright, so we're the... Oh, I'm in here. Alright. So warriors have 45 HP, armor, damage, loves to crunch things, hates not crunching things. Get 'em, boys. Damn. They, made exceptionally short work of everything. Where do we go next? Here? The thing is, even the turrets aren't as much of a danger anymore. We've got a ton of armor. And health. Oh my gosh, look at that go. Oh yeah, we're at max capacity anyway. How much damage do the soldiers do? 10 damage. Yeah, I think we're having some capacity problems. Not huge ones, but it's still mildly an issue. Yeah, because it seems like we're not actually spawning quite enough. Alright, in that case, let's just get a bunch of egg. Because they do chunks of damage. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I guess they're doing just 10 flat damage to the walls. The main issue is we just need to get them to hit the guns more than the walls. But that's okay. They'll take him out eventually. That might have been better if I went around the backside. Okay, the builders are slowly going. Alright, have them focus, see if they can take out the remaining guns. This here is a mess, but they're not going to leave. So I think what I will do is then switch them to go around the backside after they've cleared this out. Oh, that was nice and easy. Hmm. Okay, they didn't get through enough of the wall. There we go. Yeah, we barely are able to spit out any builders. I should have made a second hive. Because apparently these are more than capable enough. How much damage do the regular humans do? 3 damage. So they ultimately don't do much damage at all to the warriors. That's good to know. I wonder if artillery would have worked. And yeah, the extra spawn capacity might also have been kind of a huge boon here. We're a little on the limited side. Yeah, next time always build that second hive. I guess I can actually get rid of one of these. What am I doing? Because I can get more warriors after I've built all of these nutrient pustules. There we go. This is kind of a stalemate. They just have a lot here. But as we go along, yeah, now we have more builders. As we go along, we will just get plenty more. I need more egg. There we go. Now we've broken through. Okay, I have plenty of builders. Okay, now time for the clown car to be released, I guess. Yeah, not enough armor. I will have to work on that. Holy shit, we might lose? No, they're too easily distracted. This was just a mass number of guys. They're not going to spawn that much once I've cleared them out. Yeah, there they go. And then this whole backside just folds. My wife is eating a cookie. It's distracting. What, enjoying a chocolate chip cookie, are we? It's really chocolatey. Yeah, we were at a local bakery, and they had gluten-free chocolate chip cookies, and it was like, sure, why not? Let's give it a shot, see how it tastes. The answer was chocolate. Oh god. You might as well eat. What was that? Yeah, I said that. Okay. We have evolution chamber. Let's go back up to these. What can we do? Warrior takes damage that would kill it. 40% chance they won't die. More health. Damage can now reduce. Armor can reduce damage down to 0. Or armor by 2. Let's do armor by 2. Hunker down is extremely good though. I want that because that'll make the basic slappy humans completely worthless against them. But later. Okay. So let's not make the same mistake again. We're just going to egg the hell out of this area. There we go. I think that is sufficiently egged. Take a look at this. So we've got spawners, dudes with flamethrowers. How much damage did the dude with flamethrowers do? In retrospect, I'm actually going to go back out to the overworld. Evolution chamber. I turn that off. We're actually going to do hunker down. Reason being, now flamethrowers are completely worthless in the face of my extremely armored lads. Let's do the hives first. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna get rid of those. Let's get a 5th hive here. Previously, I was worried about it being, like, getting in my way. Now I'm not. Okay, that should be good enough. Bring these out here. Pustules the whole way through. Yeah, that's so much better. Sup, sucker? Yeah, so now flamethrowers should no longer threaten me in any capacity. Yep. Yep, does not take damage from flamethrowers. Does take damage from guns. But that's less of a problem. Okay, let's start building those there. Destroyed that warrior mound, rude. Yeah, like effectively half of this has to go up, half of this has to go down. They're going to be attacking me from both angles. This is why I wanted the extra armor, but immunity to flamethrowers just seems kind of tantalizing. Okay, I have my hand on the computer wrong. Okay, let's get that. And just egg. Okay, good. Got a couple warriors up there. Delete that one. Actually just gonna get another hive there. Okay, good. Looks like they're kind of distracted. They're hitting up that southern base. Which is what we need. Alright, there we go. Two-prong attack. So they've still got a bunch of soldiers coming after me. Not the best. But it's manageable. Mess them up. What are these things? Turret. Oh, that's just the basic turret. Yeah, I was hoping they would have more flamers, to be honest. Oh, well. Let's see, there they go. I'm very glad I gave these guys the extra speed. Because, boy, they're slow. Imagine they'd be even worse. Slower. I do like those random upgrades that you get. Specifically for, the random upgrades you get specifically for, like, finishing a planet. I think that's a really neat thing. This is something I always complain about with a lot of games, is that there's no feeling of a build. You know, I like specializing into things. You know, coming up with something goofy or powerful or effective, based on like choices given. And so in this case, yeah, it's mostly just spec into warrior, spec into spitter, spec into spawners. But I still like that. Okay, I'm gonna let that stack up a little bit, because I've got a ton of warriors that are just not doing much. And so I figure, now let's charge. I'm actually gonna get rid of a couple of these. I think we just want to do more hives. Or we didn't need it. Yeah, all I needed to do was just mask them up a little bit. What is that crystal? Health crystal. Ooh. All my casualties have gone down dramatically. Unsurprising. Yeah, let's go for warrior armor. Okay, so 7 out of 10. Planetary landing port. This is the place where the pathetic humans need to launch spacecraft from. Not anymore. Now, let's actually not do those. Gonna sound silly. But I think this is slightly better. Okay, let's have them go this direction. Because now they've got 8 armor. Meaning these things only do 5 damage to my guys. And yeah, we just need oodles of egg. Okay. This is the group most likely to break containment and come after me. I'm gonna have these two go that direction. 3? Because now that they're aware of my presence, I need to have at least some on the defensive track. Just have them go up here. Just gonna mask them up. Because I think we want these warrior mounds. Yeah, there's just a lot of guys in this corner. Don't want them taking out my eggs. They unfortunately have tons of guys. Actually, no. We just keep them up here. Once again, more egg. Yeah, the problem is I lose like a considerable portion of my guys to these squads. There we go. Oh, wow, they torched this section. Alright, that's going to make my life extremely easy. They're done. Move them over here. The fact that only a handful of warrior nests is enough to put us at capacity like this is wild to me. Hurts a bunch. I think it's fine. Not that. Yeah. Okay, fill those out. Yeah, we want to get these warrior nests more than the speed spawners. Alright, and then we're good. There's nothing left. Yeah, so as long as they don't stop me, this should be extremely comfortable. Because, yeah, half of these guys should have 90 HP, which should be pretty chunky. Yerp. Shame it doesn't double their armor. Okay, so we want to just fill this in. I really wish this had a paint bucket tool. Just click and drag. Oh, you know what it would be? Instead of individual placement for these little eggs, if it was, like a drag zone, and it would just drag as many as possible over. Cripes, good luck, sirs. Previously, I'd have trouble with these explosives, but, I don't think I'm having any more problems. Their choice of flamethrowers is poor, to say the least. Still lost a bunch, but I think that's kind of the point. Global wood chipping and logging depot. Very painful experience. So they say. Okay. Yeah, part of it is we just have a couple of these guys randomly wandering around here. Outside the walls. We can't have that. Okay. Now the thing is, none of their guys will be leaving through the walls. There's no gaps. So that actually gives me a ton of time to tech up here. And just, you know, egg. Yeah, there's like that one guy. But I figure we can leave that for a bit. Oh. Here's the problem. I actually do have to send them somewhere. In that case, just do it direct. Because, yeah, we can't spawn builders if we're completely full up on warriors. But since they have no attack points, well, getting in here is going to be slightly painful. I'm not too concerned by it. Damn it. The one warrior that got through. Oh well. Okay, I'm just going to send that one down there. One over there. There we go. I have a lot of guys. I don't really. Send him in. Luckily, their guys have extra HP. They don't have extra damage. Their flamethrowers have a lot of extra HP. That literally doesn't matter. Okay. Gonna get those. I said this was going to be painful. I think we're fine. Except for you. Send it over here. Alright. Let's just egg up this place. Because I've got a bunch of builders that are just kind of hanging out. They implied that this would be a hard mission. I think it's just because of the flamers. Turns out having a bunch of nigh on invincible warriors really does make a difference here. Egg. Alright, there we go. All problems solved. I don't think I even needed to build that many egg. Let's see the casualties on this one. It's got to be low. Nope, still lost 2,000. What? I don't know. Alright. Oh, have we not done the upstream hydroflame operation? Smells like gasoline. Alright, well. Thing is, do I look like a guy who mines? Damn. This popped off. Turns out those extra spawn things are pretty crazy. Alright. I'm just gonna start sending my warriors in. I'm gonna start sending the builders. Okay. And everywhere that isn't that egg. I wish there was an option to make it so that my structures would be rebuilt rather than destroyed, but that's okay. I'm gonna have these go across. Just because they are gonna cause some level of issues. I said some level. Wow. This is just silly, man. They do have a lot of people. Okay, I'm actually going to get rid of these in favor of more nutrient pustules here. Because we've got speed spawners down here, and they're closer to the action. There we go. Now my capacity is up pretty good. I've got more builders than I know what to do with. Oh, I think this Buggo. Can I give him orders? No. Because I destroyed his hive, he doesn't know what he's doing. Well, that's not a problem for me. It is so nice just being able to completely ignore flamethrowers for any and every reason. I feel like I should have mixed teams in here, but no, I'm good. All right. Builders are injected with nutrient goo before spawning for a greater love of the goo. Now goo on death. Goo does +5 damage. Builders have extra speed on goo. Swarm capacity, spawn bonus, swarm health bonus, or So I think we want that one. Okay. And oh, I've been ignoring the evolutionary chamber, haven't I? Didn't really need it. Okay, there's 2 more. So what do we do next? More builders, faster builders, peaceful buildings. Oh, builders. Oh, there it is. Yeah, more builders, more Buggo health, but it's only 1. I think I'm going to grab those 2. Rebuilding seems appropriate. Okay. Suicidal threat. Enormous planetary military control. All fortified and strong military position. Luckily, it's just humans. Let's take a look at this. Oh yeah, that's kind of messy. Okay. There we go. What does this thing do? Doubles the damage of any spawn unit. Well, that really helps with the flamethrowers. Okay. Gonna just get as much as I can with those crystals. And fill this in the rest of the way. Guess I might as well do more warrior mounts. Send them up. More nutrient pustules. Send the builders over there. Just gonna juice this really hard. This went very silly. I think the extra health does some very silly things with these guys. Well, let's just fill this in. That should be good. Okay, how are these guys doing? Oh, there's a little gap in here. Alright. What are these guys? Commando. Durable plasma gunner. Huh. They actually provide somewhat of a threat. That's somewhat. Tesla Tower. Yeah, these are slowing me down a smidge. I'm just gonna try and take out their spawners. There we go. Yeah, your flamethrowers don't really threaten or interest me. What are they gonna do? Stop me? Funny. And yeah, I could do something with the speed spawners, but I don't think we need them. We are pretty much spawn capacity already. There we go. This is supposed to be 9 out of 10, and I'm like, no, I got big boys. I am literally the embodiment of the Zerg player who just spawns only Tarrasques. Okay, let's let these guys pile up for a second. We've done some serious damage to that wall, but right now we're just a parade of meat. I figured easier to let that stack up a smidge. Okay. Isn't working too hot. Yeah, I think at this point we just let it roll in. More nutrient pustules. As long as we're at capacity, that means we can spawn more. Let's get some more warrior mounds here, though. In case it has a compounding effect. I figure they're gonna have as many losses as we are, but I'm compensating for that by making more. I was kind of hoping I'd get another random upgrade, specifically for my warriors, so I could increase their movement speed further, but oh well, it's fine. Hopefully the full version of this game has an even bigger tech tree. And like more upgrades there. Yeah, we're making progress in there. Alright, that should be all of the eggs built. Move them over here. This is why I eventually want to get into the siege buggos. Because the combination of the warriors as a front line and like any kind of range would probably work. Maybe. And we want to take out those commandos, because they're largely the only thing that actually threatens me. Alright, we're creeping closer. As soon as this building starts taking damage, it's toast. And as soon as the commandos are done, there's nothing they can do. Half this map, by volume, is egg. Well, bye. Suddenly it became quiet. That was fun. This is neat. Lost 7,000. Oh boy. That was, this is some damage. But it's fine. Let's see. 30 builder waves. Builders no longer attack. Where's the thing on goo, by the way? Nutrient goo. So we have toxic nutrient goo. Buggos, the walk on it is faster. Buggos, the walk on goo. Actually tempting to get rid of a couple of these. In favor of the goo speed boost. And armor? Toxic, maybe not so much though. But the rest of it is good. Okay, well, I could keep going. And it is kind of tempting. Just because I really thoroughly enjoy this game. But it is also one of those that this is just a demo. However, while it is just a demo, I'm just going to put these here. There is a prior game, which I have no idea where that stacks gameplay-wise. If this is like just a vastly superior version, or if the original one is perfectly cromulent. Okay, which of these directions do I want to go? This way. I'm just gonna send my builders in. They're not fighters, not really. But they also don't need to be. All we need is more egg. Okay, now the warriors are getting kind of distracted, but it's fine. Just send some of those in. It's an interesting and messy level. Yeah, I'm just gonna send in the builders as just bonus damage. Okay, let's do a warrior mound. And then as many egg as can egg. Over there. Let's see, have my builders focus on... Let's see, have my builders focus on filling these out. Oh, that was fast. They didn't even put up much of a fight. I do have another commando spawner. The one dead center. Yeah, I mean, worst comes to worst, we just have... Ooh. Bunch of those, and more egg. I guess the toxic goo is not a terrible idea. Okay, probably just fill out this area for a bit. Purely because it doesn't seem like they can remove goo. And so I'm thinking there's a possibility that I go Okay, we took the center out, so that actually means that these commandos, this commando's maybe kind of one of the last. Focus them over here for the time being. Except for these guys. These guys go here. Because yeah, there's a bunch of commandos running around, but they're largely not too threatening. Move them here. Okay, builders go here. Egg up. Ow. Should probably get the warrior mounds in the area. And then more nutrient capsules. There we go. It's very addicting. Just in terms of, like, watching things mulch. And sending forces around as kind of like a weird anti-creeper world, but in a very good way. Everything go here. There's nothing left. Can you just imagine him being one of these humans? Living in this, like, small little cubbyhole thinking, yeah, we got it. We're good. And then just... you just see this on the horizon. Oh, man, that was satisfying. A pink crystal containment zone. Okay, no, I have to stop. Otherwise, I'm going to keep playing this, and that is a problem. So, anyway, I guess I might as well mention at this point that Buggos 2, the demo, is available on Steam, so if you want to play it yourselves, just follow the link in the description below. It's a very good time. It's a lot of fun, and it's a solid demo. Easily an hour's worth of gameplay. Go try some of the other creature types, as opposed to me just going hard warrior, because I think that worked out great for me. But I also can imagine there's a lot of other viable strategies that are just as nutty, maybe. Anyway, I guess with all that said, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, it helps more than you know, and if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe because got tons to check out and show off. But for now, thank you all so much for watching, I'll see you next time.